In this video, we're going to code a holiday snow globe card with MakeCode Arcade. And here is what you'll need. Once you've shared the link for the project with your learners, I would suggest that you work through it together step by step, along with the tutorial that is built into the project. Now, if you've ever done any block coding before, this should be looking quite familiar. The great thing about this tutorial, however, is that while it is walking you through each of the steps and has lots of the code already pre-built, it's also explaining what is happening in the code, which is fundamental to helping your learners understand what they're actually doing with the code and all the little blocks. In this first stage, what we're doing here is we're setting the background colour to this nice teal colour, but of course this can be changed as well. And then we're going to add a sprite. And this is something that is going to have some sort of animation within our snow globe card. So let's pop that in. But just now there's nothing much happening. And the great thing about a walkthrough tutorial like this is that it explains what is happening step by step and how we now need to select the sprite that we're going to add. We have the code, but we've not selected the image yet. We're going to tap inside that little grey box and then we're going to click one of the globe images. And we can go into the gallery here to pick one. I quite like this one here with the sort of dark magenta background. That's lovely. Let's go for this. Now that I've selected something, you'll see that in my simulator, I have that snow globe sprite appearing. And that looks really cool. Throughout the project, it gives you little points to check in to make sure your simulator is doing what it should. Let's put it full screen. Yep, that looks great, but my buttons aren't doing anything yet because they've not been coded to. For the next step, I'm going to add another sprite, and this is going to be some scenery inside of my snow globe. So back into sprites, and I'm going to grab another chunk of code and pop that into the OnStart container. But again, it's a little grey box because I haven't selected the image that I want for my scenery. So back into here, and I think I'm going to go for this nice little festive tree. Yep, let's go for this one, and it's going to sit inside of my snow globe. So I have two sprites, but nothing is happening to either of my sprites yet. So now I need to add an animation block. And I'm going to go back into my sprite section and add an animation. Now the block of code that I'm about to add is going to be the animation that's going to make something happen inside my snow globe. But again, I need to tap inside the little grey box and pick the thing that's going to be animated. So in this case, it's the fairy lights that are on my Christmas tree. So let's tap inside the little grey box and make sure that the thing I'm going to animate matches up with the last sprite that I chose. And the animation is going to make it look like those fairy lights are twinkling away. Very pretty and very festive. So again, I'm just going to tap into the little grey box, and this time what I'm adding in is the little animated video of those little fairy lights. So you can see it's got the little video symbol, so I know that it is a motion graphic. Another great thing about this tutorial is it does troubleshoot as you go along. So my animation isn't right and it'll give you suggestions of where things have gone wrong. So here we are in full screen mode and you can see my lights twinkling away. It looks really pretty. In this final section, we're going to use the controller category so that when we tap the buttons on our simulator, things are going to happen. And what we're going to say is when you click a button, a certain action is going to happen and some music is going to play as well. And if I click into that music section, you can see how the tune is created. Now you can edit this to add your own tune or use the one that they've created for you. And when I zoom in on this piece of code, you can see that when the A button is pressed, not only are we going to hear that tune, but the camera is going to shake a little bit like our snow globe is being shaken. But we also want our animation to do something when we tap button B. A message is going to be displayed saying Happy Holidays. And that message can be edited by tapping in that white box and typing in some different text. So let's check out our final animation in full screen. So I'm going to press the full screen button and I'm going to test out my animation by tapping the different buttons. Let's see what happens. I've got my shake, I'm playing my music, and my Happy Holidays message is popping up too. This is a fabulous festive tutorial to work through with your learners. I'm sure you're all going to love it. Enjoy!